Welcome back. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I spoke to Paul Signorelli, who runs Doltone House, a fabulous events place, venues right across Sydney, but the one I know is down there on the water. And he told me that under the New South Wales government's reopening plans, his Piermont events space, which normally has room for 1,000 people, would be permitted to host as many as 300 if it was a corporate function, but only 50 if it was a wedding. Well, a few days later, I put that exact question to the Premier, Gladys Berejiklian.
And obviously at a wedding, everybody knows each other. They're likely to mingle and have physical contact with each other, and that obviously poses a different risk to a corporate event. Inconsistent as it seems, it's really based on a risk assessment, but it won't take long for us to get to 80% double dose.
Well, she likes to fix things when they're brought to her attention, doesn't she? Because sanity has now prevailed with confirmation that weddings will be allowed to proceed without caps on attendees once New South Wales reaches 80% double dose. Paul Signorelli joins me now. Paul, you must be very pleased to hear this news.
Oh, we are, Peter. It's just been just a fresh breath of life now, more so for our clients, for our suppliers. This has been a very courageous attempt by the Berejiklian government. I really commend their vision, but more importantly, it gives us clarity on our suppliers, on our clients. Peter, we're talking about regional New South Wales, Greater Sydney. This is a great news. I'm so delighted. Now we can plan, we can now forecast, employ our people back. It's been 2 years, Peter. This has been 2 years. This is 18 months since March 2020, and that day that we closed, and most people haven't recovered. I know my business, it's been a rocky road, but now we've got some great news, and that 11 a.m. press conference the other day, it's just, for us, it's been just great, it's just been good. So, and also thank you, Peter, for, advocating this as well. So thank you to you too. And also my colleagues in industry.
I loved your idea. That you tell a bride,
I think it worked.
she can have 300 people provided she makes sure everyone gets vaccinated. I tell you what, bridezillas, they'll be getting people vaccinated. And of course, unlike a corporate event, it'll be all food and wine for both of them, but a wedding, unlike a corporate event, has all that snowball impact across, dresses and honeymoons and, cars and all the other ancillary industries that sit around the wedding industry. They have really struggled the last 2 years, haven't they?
Oh, definitely. The supply chain for an event like a wedding, you're talking about probably 50 suppliers, from invitations, the printing, the cake, the dresses, the honeymoon, the car hire. It's a whole big supply chain. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So to have the government really give us that clarity that crystallises our future. So I'm really, really excited, Peter. For us, our phones, our clients have just been overwhelmed. And like I said, I was going to ask you that.
I was going to ask you that. At the moment the Premier made the announcement, did the phone start to ring?
Phones, emails, text messages, the whole thing went viral, especially in New South Wales, especially within our corporate industry, but also in the wedding industry. So, and people like Wes Lambert from the Restaurant and Catering Association, and he was one of the guys that really fought for our industry. Unlike a retail business, Peter, we're not retailers. A function requires a lot of planning. So we don't just open doors tomorrow morning. We've got to prepare ourselves now to, reopen the venues, and that takes time, takes planning. So our clients has been so excited, but more so that small suppliers, Peter. You talk about the local baker, the fruit shop that supplies our businesses. This goes right across it's the grassroots for our industry. So we're very excited, and we like to thank everyone that was fighting for our cause, and I thank the government that did a great job.
Yeah, that's a real difference. There's a sense of optimism in people I'm talking to in Sydney now, and of course you've got the Premier who, if she finds a problem, she wants to sort of fix it, rather than just regurgitate health advice at people and make it too hard to move on. Well, Paul, congratulations. I'm sure you're going to be busy in the next few months, particularly with the good weather. Thank you for your time. Congratulations.
You're welcome. Good night. Thank you.
Paul Signorelli there from Doltone House.